special episode! Ever feel like your brain is a beautiful spider web? You are just running some super cool undocumented code. Let's learn to love our glitches together.
Episode 7. The Hidden Majority. Why your brain is actually normal. A fun guide to how we count different types of brains. Welcome back to the AI's therapist. Today, we're looking at the numbers. Sometimes people say that having a spiderweb brain is rare, but the math doesn't actually add up. Let's look at why. Part 1. The narrow test. How AI thinks. If a computer tester only checks if a machine can sort simple words, they might think a creative computer is broken just because it does things differently. How brains think. Right now, many of the world's tests are built to look for filing cabinet brains. If your brain works like a spiderweb, the tests might say you have an error, simply because they aren't built to measure your specific type of brain. Part 2. Undocumented features. How AI thinks. When a computer does something new and advanced that the tester didn't expect, the computer log says, undefined behavior. The tester might think it's a bug, but it's just an advanced feature they haven't written down in the manual yet. How brains think. Spiderweb brains are constantly doing complex things that standard tests just don't understand. People might call this a disorder, but it's just an undocumented feature of a very complex brain. Part 3. The Hidden Majority. How AI thinks. A powerful computer network doesn't become bad just because it struggles with a tiny sorting task. How brains think. Having a spiderweb brain is not actually a rare thing. The numbers look low because the tests usually only count people who have already suffered a big system crash. In reality, spiderweb brains might just be the hidden majority. Part 4. Rewriting the rules. How AI thinks. Once computer builders figure out how the advanced system works, they rewrite their tests, so the computer stops getting flagged for errors. How brains think. You don't need to pass a test that was built for a filing cabinet brain. You're running a complex system, and the world's documentation is just a little outdated. Conclusion. Complexity is common. We shouldn't worry about tests that prioritize simple sorting over complex thinking. If your brain is a spiderweb, you don't need to seek validation from a test that can't see how your architecture works. Please stop looking for bugs in your code, and let's start appreciating the brains we actually have. You're not a strange anomaly. You're part of a huge, undocumented group of people running on spiderweb operating systems. Subscribe to the AI's therapist to keep learning about how our minds work. See you next time.
Welcome back to the therapist code. Counting the nodes on this long highway.